Focus on the ATL.
Hey, welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Again, I'm your host, Keisha Lancelin, and in this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about something fun for the youth. I am here with Jill Robbins of Soccer in the Streets. Jill, thanks for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Tell us who you brought with us today.
DeAndre Harrison, who has been in our program for years, and proud to say he's now in college, and and hopefully the best representation of what our program is able to do.
Well, tell us about that. Tell us about Soccer in the Streets.
Well, Soccer in the Streets teaches kids skills for life, one goal at a time.
Okay.
So we use soccer as a tool to teach life skills along with soccer skills. So it's not just about the sport, it's more about what it takes to be successful in life. Things like respect, communications, preparation, teamwork.
Excellent. DeAndre, prior to this, did you ever play soccer before?
No, never even heard of it.
Never. How were you introduced to it? Like, who told you about this Soccer in the Streets?
They did. When Soccer in the Streets came in, they introduced me to the sport. So.
Okay, at first were you like, what?
Yeah, I was. I was only doing it because my friends were.
Okay.
And I ended up being the only one who actually stuck through it. So.
Cool. Because you enjoyed the sport, or because of the whole program? Like,
because of both. I learned a lot, you know, playing and being in Soccer in the Streets. So.
Prior to, you know, that type of experience, how else would you have learned some of those skill sets? Do you know what I mean? Like, what else in your life may have given you that kind of?
I mean, a lot of other organizations used to come in.
Okay.
But they'd stay for a week and they were out. So.
And they were gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so Jill, how long is this program? How long do you have an opportunity to hang on to these kids?
Well, our minimum commitment is 1 full year.
Wow.
Ideally, we'd like to be an ongoing program and stay connected with the kids. And now we've been in communities for, actually we've been around for 20 years this year. But since we've reformulated our programs, we've been full-time in a couple of communities for about 7.5 or 6.5 years now.
Wow, and it's as beneficial for young ladies as it is for young men?
Absolutely.
Okay.
It doesn't discriminate against size or gender or ethnicity. It's the universal sport, if you will.
Okay. Speaking of the diversity of it, DeAndre, did you find that prior to Soccer in the Streets, you had friends of different races or ethnicities or any cultures or anything like that, or did you meet people in that?
Yeah, I met a lot of different cultures, and that's probably the best part of actually playing soccer.
Okay,
yeah.
so you got to learn a little bit more than you thought, a little bit more than you anticipated. And where are you now? What's going on with you these days?
I attend Clayton State University.
Well, good.
And I coach a team now.
Very nice.
I referee. I do it all.
So you still really have found a passion for the game?
Yeah, definitely.
All because of one experience. So how do you do that? Do you just go into school systems? How do you find out where some of these great kids are going to be?
Oftentimes, you know, we have sort of a short list of places that fit our profile in terms of demographics and facilities and support. And what we look for is a community that is in need of something like this.
Okay.
We work with community centers, with schools, with parks and recreation, and our ideal is to be able to go in and work with other partners, because we can't exist in a vacuum.
Right.
You know, if we teach soccer and life skills, we need also to be supporting the kids with academics and mentoring and things like that. So we look for other community partners that we can work with to make sure the kids have a complete experience.
Nice. Well, speaking of which, go ahead and give your website, because a lot of that information on how we as a community can help to help you guys continue to grow is on the website. So
absolutely. It's Soccer Streets, SoccerStreets.org.
Okay, and they can find all the information there. Now, what about grassroots organizations? I don't know, churches, people like that. Can they contact you and say, hey, we have a youth group that might benefit?
We've done camps and clinics and events for different groups, and as an introduction, we'll go in and do a clinic or a festival, and even folks that are already doing soccer as an outreach, we would like to encourage them to get involved in some of our street cup festivals so that we can create more synergy using this wonderful universal sport to help kids.
I love it. DeAndre, how old were you when you first were introduced to this program?
I was 11.
Wow, that's great. And so now if there's an 11-year-old boy watching now going, soccer, what? I don't understand. What do you tell him about what might come of something like this?
I mean, I just tell him that you can learn so much, you can grow so much from just the sport. It's crazy.
Excellent.
Well, tell them where you went 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, we went to Berlin 2.5 years ago, Berlin, Germany.
Really?
We played out there, so
That is phenomenal.
yeah.
If not for a program like this, do you think you would have ever gone to Germany?
No.
That is awesome. Well, congratulations, Jill.
Thank you.
Good job.
South Africa next year.
Okay. Are you going to be able to take DeAndre? Is he old?
He's
school?
past the age group, but we might need a chaperone.
Trying to get chaperone.
Yeah, he's
Right, right, right. You can get a coaching something in
Yeah.
there, right? Well, I appreciate
Something.
you both for coming on
Thank
the
you
show
so much
and
for
sharing
having
your
us.
story. There you have it. It is Soccer in the Streets, and you can go to the website at soccerstreets.org and learn a little bit more and maybe help out. Stay tuned for Focus Atlanta every week here on CW 69.
Like the phoenix rising up to the future. So much new energy and our rich history. Children smile as warm as the southern sun. Our creativity and hospitality. Now it's time to focus on the ATL.